What's up, Facebook world? Hey guys, Ricky V here. I've had a very productive day, and I just dropped off my kiddos about 20 minutes ago at parkour and at tumbling. So I'm in the car just waiting for them for another half an hour. So I figured I'd come in and do a quick Facebook Live. But real quick, as we're coming on, send this out to everyone in your Facebook Messenger chats. Send this out to every single person in your Facebook groups. Share this on your personal pages. Let's get the ball moving. Let's get going. Let's get some exciting things happening here. I want to talk about a few things. So, and we'll also make it a Q&A because we got like 25 minutes. So I figured it'd be a good time to hop on. But hey, drop a 1 if you're watching this live. Drop a 1 if you're excited to make the last quarter of 2020 the best quarter of your life. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're excited to make next year, next year 2021 even more exciting than 2020. Sorry, I'm in my car and it almost fell. But I'm excited to be here with each and every one of you. We got a lot of exciting things happening. What's up, Barry? What's up, Rhonda? What's going on, Kevin? What's going on, Sue? What's going on, Abner? What's going on, everybody? Hey, real quick, drop a 1 in the comments if you're live and share this onto your Facebook Messenger chats and Facebook groups. I'm not sure if I'll keep this Facebook Live up or not. I typically delete my Facebook Lives after I do them. It's better that way. For me, at least, because sometimes I say things that get me in trouble on Facebook Lives. So I decided to just start deleting them. What's going on, y'all? Okay, so check this out. So I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to go different directions, right? I want first and foremost, if you're all in your dreams, if you're all in on your life, if you're all in with your goals, if you're all in with your company, if you're all in, drop below in the comments the words all in. Drop it all in. I want to know who's all in, because I'm an all in kind of guy. I don't do anything halfway. When I commit to something, guys, like it is like do or die, right? Like it's never a question of if it's going to maybe happen or possibly or maybe. It's always it's going to happen, period, right? Like when I got started in network marketing 11 years ago, I remember when I got started, guys, I didn't have an end date in mind, meaning I never said to myself, hey, I'm going to try this out for a few years, and if it doesn't work, I'll go back to school, or I'll go get a job. I never had that kind of mentality. Even in the hard moments in my life, guys, when I decided to join the industry, when I decided to come on board when I was 20 years old, I did it with no end goal or with no end date. For me, it was like, I'm going to do it and I'm going to become a millionaire in this industry. And boy, was I in for a journey, right? The first year sucked. The second year sucked. The third year sucked. And I can say it sucked and it didn't, because every single year I was growing. Every single year is becoming a little bit better. But what I'll tell you is like the easiest thing I've ever done in my life has been make $1 million in the last 9 months. The hardest thing I've ever done has been in the last 10 years convincing myself that it'd be possible for me. But the thing is that I never questioned whether it was going to happen. I mean, I had certain moments of doubt. We all have them. It's just normal. Certain moments, not days, not even weeks. I always knew deep down in myself that something major was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. I was always in for the long-term mentality. I was never saying, hey, if it doesn't work in a week, if it doesn't work in a month or 2 months or 3 months. No, it was like, because there were so many people that were against me, when I got started, I was college dropout, had gotten my girlfriend pregnant. I was like the black sheep of the family. I had no accolades to use in order to tell people, hey, you should listen to me because of this, and that. Like I had absolutely no track record whatsoever, right? There was no proof that it could actually happen. But one of the things that I got excited and passionate about was that I used all the negativity, all the arrows being shot at me, people saying that stuff doesn't work, those little MLM things don't work, even years into the business when people said, oh, when we'd get together for like family reunions or we'd get together, with groups of people, oh, so what are you up to? Are you still doing that thing? Are you still doing that little MLM thing? And, 11 years goes by and boom, you make your first million and all of a sudden everyone's quiet or everyone's saying, oh, congratulations. I always knew you had it in you. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. But anyways, I'm just sharing these things because it really does take an all-in mentality. And I'm going to go into a few different things here, but it takes an all-in mentality because one thing that I've learned is that there's only one variable in life to success. Right? There's only one variable in life to success, and that variable is you. So if you, Robin's a black sheep. Robin actually just shared on the Facebook Live that she painted her hair purple to get kicked out of the school, right? So we represent the rebels up in here, right? We represent like the troublemakers, right? We represent the square pegs and the round holes, as Steve Jobs used to say, right? We are here as a revolution, right? We are a company of the people. But anyways, I do believe that the one variable is you. You know what I mean? And so drop a you in the comments, because the one variable is you, right? Because at any given moment, you guys, where there is a company where someone's making money, right? And maybe 10 people are not, it's still proof that the company works, right? If you share a product with 100 people and it works for someone, okay, that's still proof that the product works for people. Does that make sense? So wherever you go, no matter what company and no matter what network marketing company, I'll tell you guys, there's always going to be people making money, and there's always going to be people not making money. There's always going to be people winning with the product. There's going to be people not winning with the product, right? It is what it is. So what is that variable, right? We don't have a different compensation plan for men than we do for women, right? We don't have a different product for, skinny people versus overweight people. We don't have a different product for people that are tall or short, right? It's all the same thing, right? The product is the same for everyone. The compensation plan is the same for everyone. The volume on the CV on the product is all for everyone. It's all, the variable is you. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're with me. I want you all to drop a 1 in the comments. We have 192 people on this Facebook Live right now, but I really want this to go viral. So share this to your Facebook pages, share this to your messenger chats, share to your groups. But the one variable is you, right? It's how you feel about yourself, right? It's how you feel about your product. It's how you feel about your business. It's how you feel about your leadership. It's how you feel about you. So what I tell people all the time is I say, hey, listen, every single morning when I wake up, you have to play the selfish game. And what is a selfish game? The selfish game simply means that you're going to focus on you first before others. And here's why. Because when you wake up in the morning, you have absolutely no way to pour into other people's cups if your cup is empty. Every single day, every single morning, the very first thing you should do is you should be filling up your own cup. If you're not filling up your own cup, you're not able to pour into others. And what I mean by that is a lot of people wake up in the morning and the first thing they do is they check Facebook Messenger. They look at all the negativity, or they focus on the bad, or they become in a reactive mentality. They start to focus on reacting to the crap going on versus first filling up your cup. Every single morning, the very first thing you got to do is fill up your own cup. Now, a lot of people do it differently, right? Everyone can do it different. There's not one specific way that you fill up your cup. Everyone does it a little bit differently. For me, every single morning, the way I fill up my cup is very simple. I wake up in the morning, I get excited. I close my eyes and I start to visualize every single thing that I want happening in my life. Every single thing that's happening in my life right now, guys, is stuff that I've been visualizing for days, weeks, years, a decade. Right? You can't pour into other cups unless you're doing that first. So what you got to do is you got to have your own ritual, right? So every single morning I close my eyes and I visualize, right? Now you don't have to do that. I'm telling you that works for me. So I visualize for 10 minutes. I visualize what it's like to walk on stages. I visualize what it's like to walk into my dream home. I visualize what it's like to celebrate 100 diamonds in Team Revolution. I visualize the success happening for each and every one of you. Like I see it, I come to believe it, and then I achieve it, right? So that's the first thing I do. The next thing I do is I read 10 pages of a good book. That's just something I've gotten to the habit in. You don't have to, if you don't want to, whatever way you fill up your own cup. Then what I do is I listen to powerful audio while I work out. That's just simple things that I do every single day. And guess what? It really changes you into a powerful individual in the moment, right? So all of a sudden you wake up in the morning, and if you start to look at the problems in life, you're not reacting to those things the way you would if you felt powerful, if your cup was full. So every single day, as you're working on your mindset, as you're working on your confidence, as you're working on you, and all of a sudden what happens with me is like when I'm done with that ritual for the morning, what happens, guys, is I then feel so good. I feel good about myself that in turn it makes me feel even more good about my product. It makes me feel more good about my business. So as I start to tackle messenger inboxes, as I start to reach out to people, as I start to follow up with people, guess what happens? I do it in a more powerful way because I'm more excited, I'm more fired up, I'm more in tune with my goals and my dreams. So that's always going to be step one. The one variable is you. You got to be willing to do a little bit more today than you did yesterday. You got to be willing to work on your attitude a little bit more today than you did did yesterday. You got to be able to go the extra mile a little bit more today than you did yesterday. You got to be able to do a little bit more for others than you did yesterday. It's always about doing a little bit more, guys. And so that's one of my encouragements, right? So drop a 2 in the comments if you're getting value from this. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're fired up. I'm excited, when there was about 3 years ago, guys, I got introduced to a millionaire maker, right? Larry Thompson, Taylor Thompson, 3 years ago. And I remember it vividly, right? I got introduced on a phone call. And I remember the information that was shared with me. It made so much sense in my mind. It hit so much in my heart that I was never the same person again. And here's why I'm sharing this with you. Because information does change situations, right? Like if you want to change your situation, start to absorb different information. And back then, even till today, I'm hungry, right? I'm hungry for knowledge. I'm hungry for the application of knowledge. I'm hungry for leadership. I'm hungry for learning from other people that have paved the way, right? So a few years ago, I got introduced to a gentleman named Larry Thompson, and he starts talking to me about these millionaire tapes. He starts talking to me about 6 pillars. He starts talking to me about the 4 generations of network marketing. He starts talking to me about the industry and where it's going and what he sees happening. Now, Larry Thompson, for those of you that don't know, he's got 2 B's under his belt. What does that mean? Is that he's got $2 billion companies that he's put his footprint on. 2 companies in network marketing that he's taken to $1 billion and kept at $1 billion, right? So when he shared this information with me, guys, I was never the same person again. And ultimately what ended up happening was I decided that once you know something, once you learn something, you can't unlearn it. So what happened at the time was I was looking for a network marketing company, but I couldn't find anything, right? I was looking, I couldn't find anything. I'll tell you that right now. And what ended up happening was I eventually kind of quit myself out of the industry last year in January. Why? Because when you know something, guys, and you can't unlearn it, it's hard to say yes to things that you know you should say no to. What that means is that I kept seeing the same company, just different packaging all over the industry. I didn't see something different. I didn't see something unique. I didn't see something that for me felt like it was going to be for the masses. And so I basically recruited my way out of the industry, and I dabbled into different things throughout last year, right? I dabbled into different companies inside and outside of the industry, traditional companies. One of them was solar. I started working on solar companies with my business partner, Demetrius, right? And guys, nothing seemed like I missed the industry so much, but I wasn't willing to say yes just for $1, right? You can't be willing to say yes just for $1. You got to be willing to say yes because you're passionate about something. Because when you say yes to something just for the dollar and there's no passion behind it, there's no real belief behind it, you're going to struggle your way to success. You're not going to get there, right? Remember, it's about how you feel about you. It's how you feel about your product. It's how you feel about your business. And so if you do something just for the dollar, guess what happens? Eventually your passion dies out because there is none to begin with. You're just faking it in the beginning, but passion is the ultimate superpower, right? So anyways, I kept saying no to all these companies. Nothing made sense, right? It wasn't until November where we got introduced to this amazing company that I wear proudly on my t-shirt, that I wear proudly on my hat, right? That I wear proudly 24/7, that I consume the products 24/7, right? And when I saw it, guys, when I saw it, I immediately knew that it was going to be a home run, right? Now, I was nervous. I was scared. I didn't have a network to bring over. There's not one single person that I've personally sponsored inside of this company that I've ever worked with in the past. This is all from scratch, right? But what ended up happening, guys, was that we were so passionate about the model that we'd seen. We knew it was going to be a home run. Here's why. It's because we knew it was going to be for the masses. While most companies are out there talking about, hey, let me fly you into my corporate office. Let me give you a deal. Let me give you a leg. Let me give you a bridge. Let me pay you money to say yes to us. I didn't want none of that, guys. What I wanted something that someone didn't need to be given a leg up because they could build it from scratch, right? Do you guys realize how many success stories have happened because of the model that we have in place today? So when we said yes to the model, guys, and we put together these fundamentals that I learned from Larry Thompson and Taylor Thompson, and we put together, Use Talk Demo, we put together the Epic 500 Club, we put together the simplicity in our system in the beginning, and look what's happened because you guys came in and put it to use. You took action. Look what's happened over the last 9.5 months, guys. $50 million in sales now, right? We're talking about 70 people now, Team Revolution at the top rank of the compensation plan. We're talking, I think, 83,000 brand partners. We're about to multiply that to 500,000. We're talking about $100 million a year company that's happened in just the last 9 months. Guys, this has never happened before. We don't have any big packs. We don't have $500 packs, $400 packs, $800 packs. We don't fly people in to wine and dine them. We don't give people legs just to say yes. We don't pay people. We build from heart. This is for every single person out there, not just for the networker. This is for the person. This is for the stay-at-home mom. This is for the truck driver. This is for the busy dad. This is for anybody. This is for the lawyer, for the doctor. This is for every single person out there, guys. This is for the 85% of the people out there that have never had that have never done network marketing, or if they have, they've never had success in network marketing. The point that I'm trying to make, guys, is that it was really a shift. I believe we are a company of the decade. Anyways, now I'm turning into a pitch fest because I'm so fired up. I'm fired up because I believe in the model, right? I believe, like, it's how I feel about this business that makes me who I am today. It's how I feel about myself, right? So anyways, as we move forward, guys, by the way, drop a 1 in the comments if you're excited. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're getting value from this. Drop a 1 if you want to make the last quarter of 2020 the best quarter of your life. 2021, guys, is going to be amazing. And if you think that you're not building 2021 right now, you're mistaken, because guess what happens, guys? 2021 is already here. Because why? Because every single thing that you do today, like every seed that you plant, doesn't grow for months, right? Well, I mean, it grows. We just can't see it. So all the activity that you're doing today, all the seeds that you're planting today, you're not going to see them until December. You're not going to see them until January, February, March. You know what I mean? And so what ends up happening, guys, is a lot of people don't realize that right now is the most crucial moment. So if you're all in, put an all in the comments below, because 2021 is going to be the biggest, baddest year of your life. 2021, my personal opinion, is already a $300 million a year in sales for our company. It's already done, guys. With what's coming on October 24th, it's insane. What I challenge every single one of you to do is to get out there, step on the gas, and 10x your activity. I want to give you a quick example, guys. Okay, so this, like, how many of you out there would like to make, $5,000 a month? How many out there would like to make $7,000 a month? How many out there would like to make $10,000 a month, $10,000 a week, whatever, or more, right? Well, let me share 2 concepts with you that I think are pretty powerful. And these are concepts that I learned, a few years back that I applied that have definitely worked for me. And a lot of people miss these little concepts because a lot of people are always out there just looking for the specific strategy. Well, hey, if I take the perfect picture with the perfect lighting and put it on Facebook, that's going to grow my business. Nope, it's not. Hey, if I do the perfect Facebook Live, that's going to grow my business. Nope, it's not. Can that help? Absolutely. But that's not why someone wins, guys. It's all about the basic fundamentals. Let me give you an example, okay? What if right now I guaranteed you, by the way, I make no income claims, okay? Because this has nothing to do with our company. I'm just talking about something different now, okay? What if, shoot, my phone's going to die. What if I could guarantee you, okay, $100,000 a year in income for the rest of your life 3 years from today, okay? So 3 years from now. So we're at 2020, 21, 22, 23. So September of 2023, I start paying you $100,000 a year for the rest of your life. How many of you would like for me to pay you $100,000 a year for the rest of your life 3 years from today? Okay. Well, there's only one thing that I'm telling you, this is an example, right? But there's only one thing that you got to do. There's only one thing that I ask of you in order for me to pay you $100,000 a year for the rest of your life 3 years from today. There's only one thing I ask of you. And that one thing I ask of you is this: that you share your business opportunity with 3 people every single day. That's all I'm going to ask of you. That you're going to share, that you're literally just going to reach out to 3 people every single day. And you're going to say, hey, listen, I'm excited about what we're doing. I don't know if it's for you or not. Could be, maybe, possibly. But if you're open to taking a look, I'd love to send you some information, right? It could be anything you want it to be. But all you got to do is invite 3 people a day to take a look at your opportunity for the next 3 years, and I'll give you $100,000 a year for the rest of your life. How many of you would do it? Drop a 1 in the comments below. Actually, drop a 3 in the comments below if you would do it. Right? And by the way, share this on all your social media pages, share this on your profile, share this in Messenger chat. Like, this is the one thing that keeps people back from what they really want to achieve. I really do believe this, right? A lot of people do the work. They're just not around long enough to collect the money. Okay, so here's all you got to do. Talk to 3 people a day for 3 years, and you'll get $100,000 a year. Now, let me break down some numbers for you, okay? 3 people a day in 1 year. I'm not sure how much that is, okay? But let's say you took a couple weekends off. Let's say you took Christmas off, right? So let's say that that's 300 people in 1 year that you invited. Would you think that out of 300 people, no, not 300 people, I'm sorry, that's like 800 people. Okay, so let me backtrack. That's 800 people. Do you think that out of 800 people that you talk to about the business, okay, even in the worst case scenario, you're only getting a 5% that say yes, right? You're talking about 40 people would say yes, okay? In 3 years, guys, that's 120 people that have said yes to you. In 3 years, that's 120 people that have said yes to you. 120 people that you've personally sponsored into the business now. Let me break down some numbers for you. If you've personally sponsored 120 people, more than likely, you probably have 4 or 5 powerful lines growing at mass velocity and momentum, and you're making 7 figures a year. Not even 6 figures, 7 figures. Again, I'm not making any income claims on any company. I'm just giving you some concepts, some ideas, okay? Did you guys realize that most people don't talk to 3 people a day for longer than 3 days? That's the honest truth. Like, most people will say, yeah, Ricky, I'll take your plan. You pay me $100,000 a year for the rest of my life. 3 years from now, I'll talk to 3 people a day. I would almost guarantee you it would probably take 4 or 5 days before you came back to me and said, geez, man, I forgot to do my 3 yesterday. It's all about self-responsibility. It's all about self-discipline. It's all about you doing it every single day. Now, you can speed up that process, right? Like when I got started in Be Epic, I was talking to 100 people a day for my first 7 days. I mean, I just was crazy, and I was psychotic, whatever. I was obsessed, and I had to just get it done. I know Demetrius was doing the same thing. You don't have to be crazy like that, but the point is this, right? If you talk to 3 people a day about your business, do you think that you would gain a little bit of momentum? Maybe not today, maybe not this week, but do you think if you're talking to 3 people every single day about your business, do you think that in 3 months from now, you'd start to see a little bit of success? Do you think 6 months from now? Do you think 1 year from today, if you talk to 3 people a day for 1 year, do you think you'd be experiencing a little bit more success? Right? Now, let me ask you this, okay? Because it's not just about the money. Do you think that if you talk to 3 people a day for 1 year, how good of a leader do you think you'd be? What would that do for you? Not just financially, right? But how would that change you? Do you think you'd become a better presenter if you talk to 3 people a day for a year? Do you think you'd become a better inviter if you talk to 3 people a day for a year? Do you think you'd become a better leader if you talk to 3 people a day for a year? The answer is yes. Right? Most people don't do that. Every single day, just doing a little bit really does compound. It's all about that self-responsibility. And I'm going to wrap up with this, okay? Now, again, I'm not making any claims or anything like that, but there was a book written, Millionaire Booklets, coming out, written by Larry Thompson, Taylor Thompson. You guys actually can go purchase it on Amazon. Type in Millionaire Booklet or Millionaire Book, and then next to it put Larry Thompson. But how many of you guys would like to make $5,000 a month? Now, I'm taking this from the book, by the way, $5,000 a month. Drop a 5 in the comments if you'd like to make $5,000 a month. Now, I'm going to share with you a plan where you can do that. I'm going to share with you a plan where you can make $5,000 a month. How many of you would like that? Okay, so I'll teach you how to do that real quick and this stuff works, guys. It's not like, this is not like rocket science. Like, the beautiful thing about network marketing, guys, that at least was such a good thing for me was that I wasn't even born speaking English. I was a college dropout. I had no freaking accolades in my belt, right, to have any kind of credibility, right? But I used a lot of these concepts, right? And the cool thing is that it doesn't take a list of 30 things that you have to do every single day to win. It's just a half a dozen things that you master day in and day out, right? Day in and day out. Not today and then 3 weeks from now and then next month. It's every single day you are at it, okay? By the way, I want to give a shout out to Robin Rowden for hitting diamond. That's kind of random, but I wanted to give her a huge recognition for hitting diamond. Really proud of her. So congrats on hitting diamond. But how do you make $5,000 a month? Well, this is a plan that Larry Thompson developed, and he said something that I think was very like when I heard it for the first time, like it hit me. He said there's not one single person that has ever followed this plan that is not making $5,000 a month after 90 days. That should give you the chills. That gives me the chills because I'm like, dude, like, tell me what it is, I'll do it. And the crazy thing about this $5,000 a month plan, guys, is that it only requires two things. Two things. Just two things, right? So it's so easy, so simple, but I'll break it down. I'll break it down to you guys. Share this all over social media, guys. I'll probably delete it after I wrap up this Facebook Live. I'll save it onto my phone, though. Maybe I'll replay it another time. But the $5,000 a month plan is very simple, okay? There's two steps. Step number one. Okay, by the way, today I think we broke 4 diamonds. So 4 new people have hit the top rank of the compensation plan, and I believe we probably have 2 or 3 more on the way. This is the biggest week in sales for Team Revolution, by the way, okay? So, so 2 things. Number 1, very simple. Number 1 is this: sell the product at every opportune moment. That's number 1. Sell the product at every opportune moment, right? Because you never say, hey, I'm only going to sell the product from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Because what if you're at the grocery store and someone says, hey, I want to know about your product, and you're like, I'm sorry, dude, I only sell my product from 5 to 6 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't do that, right? So sell your product at every opportune moment. There's so many ways to sell the product, right? There's people that wear t-shirts that say energy detox sleep, ask me how. Energy detox sleep, ask me how. You might be wearing a t-shirt. People are probably coming up to you saying, hey, ask me how, and you're selling the product, right? Or maybe you're posting stories on social media, or maybe you're posting, you're putting posts up on Facebook, whatever it is, guys. There's different things that you can do to sell the product. So the whole goal is, guys, is to sell the product at every opportune moment. That's number 1. Okay, so write that down. I'll share with you number 2. By the way, my kids are back, so we're gonna wrap this up in a quick minute. Give me 1 sec, guys, okay? So number 2 is sponsor, like you personally sponsor 10 new distributors into your business every single month for 3 months. 10 people this month, 10 people next month, 10 people the month after, right? You're going to sponsor 10 people for 3 months. That's 30 people that you're going to personally sponsor. Now, here's the thing. That does not mean that you're going to sponsor 11 people this month and 9 people next month. That does not mean that you're going to sponsor 8 people this month and 12 people next month just to make up for it, right? It means that come heck or high water, at the bare minimum, you have to sponsor 10 people every single month for 3 months. That's 30 people. Now, let me go off topic here. One of my mentors was Jordan Adler. He wrote a book called Beach Money. And in that book, he said this. He's like, if when it comes down to any business that has to do with recruiting, any network marketing business, any direct selling business, any insurance company, but whatever it is, whenever you're in the business of recruiting, you've got to be prepared to sponsor 30 people. And here's why. Because if you sponsor 30 people, half of them are going to quit right off the bat. That has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with your product, has nothing to do with your business. It's just numbers, right? Like 30 people enter college, half quit. 30 people enter a marriage, half quit. It's just the way it is. Right? So out of 30 people, half quit, boom, you're left with 15. Out of those 15, you're going to have 11 or 12, 13 that do just a little bit. Meaning that you might have 13 people that just get 1 customer, and that's it. And by the way, you love everyone. You love the people that quit. You love the people that only have 1 customer, right? It's not just about loving the people that make it to the top of the plan. You love everybody, period, no matter where they're at. Love them where they're at. Don't ever judge anyone for where they're at, right? So out of the 30, you're going to be left with 1 or 2. 1 or 2 people that are serious about the business. 1 or 2 people that take it just as serious as you. 1 or 2 people that end up building a team of a couple hundred, maybe a few hundred. And that's what takes you to, and that's what in the book Beach Money he talks about, that's what takes you to a full-time income in network marketing. Well, when I'm reading this millionaire book and it's talking about the same concept of sponsor 10 people a month for 3 months, I understand why he's saying that. Right? So if you sell the product at every opportune moment and you sponsor 10 people a month for the next 3 months to make $5,000 a month, would that change your life? Okay, now here's the thing, guys. We're getting to the most historic moment in our company history. October 24th, Can I see this real quick? My throat's getting itchy.
Be careful with the without straw on it.
Oh, thank you, baby. So October 24th, guys, is going to be historic, right? There's a lot of things coming. There's a lot of announcements coming. It's just going to be incredible, right? Is it really about the event? Is it really about the things that are coming? Or is it about the things that you're doing before the event and the things that you're doing after the event? How do you 10x your business before an event? Is by putting massive amounts of work before the event. It's about getting your team rallied together and say, hey, we're all going to go for this 10-10-10 plan, right? Or, hey, we're all going to rally together and we're all going to make sure everyone has tickets to this convention, this virtual convention. Guys, this virtual convention is literally like, the way I see it, is going to be the Super Bowl of our company. If you want to be a part of the Super Bowl of our company, you go into that back office today and you purchase your virtual ticket. Get as many team members as you can. And what you want to do is you want to prepare. So if we're getting into October right now, guys, it's not about the event. It's about what you're going to do from October 1st to October 24th. Can you sponsor 10 new people in those 24 days? Can you sponsor 10 people in the month of November? Can you sponsor 10 people in the month of December? I'll tell you right now, you are building for 2021. So if you're sponsoring 10 new distributors the month of October, stop real quick, the month of October, and then the month of November and the month of December, you're kicking off your 2021 with 30 new front lines. Guess what's going to happen with the October 24th event? Guess what's going to happen for Black Friday? Hint, hint, hint. Guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen with Christmas promotions? Guys, it's just going to 100x your business. It's all about the massive activity that you personally take. Doesn't matter what your team is doing or what your team is not doing. It's all about what you're choosing to do. So drop a 10 in the comments if you're fired up. Drop a 10 if you want to go after the 10-10-10 plan. Drop a 10 in the comments if you want to make 2021 the greatest year of your life. Anyways, I got to get going, but thanks for being on.